Hi guys, Catherine here from Catherine's Kitchen. Welcome. Thank you if you're joining us for the first time today. If you're a regular, welcome back. Today we are going to be making some vanilla extract, some vanilla sugar, and some vanilla paste. I have Jenny here with me who doesn't want to be on camera, so you will hear another voice in the background. Oh, there you go. She gave you a wee wave. She is Jenny from the Vanilla Bean Orders New Zealand page, and she contacted me and asked me if I'd like to do a video. And of course, why not? What have I got to lose? So yeah, here goes. Let's just get into it, eh? And Jenny and I will have a bit of a dialogue, and hopefully we won't bore you too much. So we're going to start off with vanilla extract. So with vanilla extract, it's 1 ounce of beans or 28 grams of beans per 250 mils of vodka. Now most people make it with vodka, but you can make it with rum or any white spirit. I have heard of somebody making it with Bacardi, but I also heard of somebody making it with brandy as well, although I have only tried vodka, so I cannot speak. If anybody else that's watching the video has made it with the Bacardi or the rum or anything, can you just write in the comments how you found it? And that'll be awesome. So these ones here are the Mexican beans. Now this Mexican bean was like this long, but I've just gone and cut it obviously to try and hurry things up a little bit. So what I've done is I cut it and then I've scored it down the middle. The reason you do that, now you just cut it down one side of the bean, don't cut it all the way through, just on one side. And the reason I've done that is because I personally don't mind if the vanilla beans or seeds inside are in my extract. That's fine by me. If you want a clean extract, so none of the seeds or anything like that, just put the whole bean in. Maybe just cut the end off so you can get a little bit more flavour. But the Mexican beans, they're really strong compared to the Madagascar beans, and they will turn your essence quite dark quite quickly, more so quicker than the other beans that are out there. So it's as simple as putting them in the bottle, and through the magic of television we have 250 mils here already measured out. So honestly, it's as simple. Now they recommend that you leave it for 12 months. Some people say 2 years. You can do, now this is a single
fold.
A single fold. You can also do a double fold and a triple fold. And all that means is that the double fold is that you double the weight of the beans but keep the volume of vodka the same. And with a triple fold, then you triple the amount of beans but keep the vodka the same. I didn't actually know you could do that until Jenny arrived today. Oof, look at that. Just. So that there is how you make vanilla extract. So you put that somewhere nice and dark, and just let it sit in the back of the cupboard and forget about it for a year, and come back and you'll have this beautiful, beautiful vanilla extract, which is just divine. I can't go the vanilla stuff from the supermarket anymore. I have to use that. Bit of a snob now. Right, anything else about extract that you can think of, Jenny?
Just to note, what you can do once you decant your extract off is you can use those beans again to then make paste later on.
Oh, right.
You can or dry them or make other things. So if it does seem like beans buying fresh are expensive, you can actually get a few uses out of them. And with the likes of your double fold and triple fold, you can, if you do a double fold, you can decant your extract off, and then you can add a single fold amount of alcohol back into it.
Oh wow.
So you can extract again, but you only get a single fold.
Right. Yeah. So I hope you all understood that. If you For example, use 2 ounces of beans, which is a double fold, with 250 mils of vodka, and you decant that. You can reuse the beans, that double fold of beans with the 250 mils of vodka, but because they've already been used once, it'll just come out to the strength of a 1 fold, not the double fold. All good? Brilliant. We're moving right along now. Vanilla sugar. And you may go, what the heck do you want to do with vanilla sugar? Well, actually, people over in Germany, and I only found this out this morning doing the research, actually use it for quite a bit in baking. And they, you can actually buy it over there, like you can buy normal sugar. Just a useless fact for you all. So I have got here 2 Madagascar beans. So what I'm going to do with these, you've got a couple of options. You can actually cut them, and you can actually, I'll move that so you can see what I'm doing. So again, you just slit it like so, and you can actually scrape the seeds out and put them into the vanilla sugar. You can't actually use this straight away. You've got to let it sit there for a week or so. And just, so this is the caviar part. Just delicious. Yeah. So I'll only do that with that one. So yeah, I thought I might try it for baking. Again, I've never made this before, so I'm learning as well as you are. Have you ever made vanilla sugar before?
Yep, love it.
Love it. So do you just use it in your coffee or?
Baking, coffee,
yeah,
all sorts. Yeah,
cool. Just
adds that extra bit of flavour. Yeah.
So do you scrape your beans out?
No.
No, you don't.
I just split and put them in there. Shake them around and stuff.
Yeah, so the way I sort of do it today is just to split them, put them in there, put a bit more sugar on the top. Not quite full. Put the lid on and you just give it a go. So how long do you leave yours until you use it?
It really depends. It can be okay to use after, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it taste it with a bit of milk. That's what I find. Yeah. It's the same with your extract. When you're wanting to know that your extract's ready, put it in a wee bit of milk, and then try it, or in a bit of cream or something and try it. But just till
so there are 2 cups of sugar in here and 2 beans.
And just shake it every now and again as well, because they are fresh beans, they have moisture. So you might find that the sugar might get a bit clumpy, but it's just shake it every now and again. Same with your extract. Give it a shake every now and again. It speeds it up a wee bit too.
Oh, cool. Yeah. It's like, hurry up.
So you can see in the bottom it's already changing colour a little.
It is too. The Mexican beans are a lot bigger than the Madagascar beans. But at the moment you're getting in Mexican beans, you're getting in Madagascar beans, and there was Ugandan beans.
And Indonesian.
And Indonesian beans.
Yeah.
So she's got them coming from everywhere, guys. She's very reasonably priced too. I actually bought some off her before Christmas. And made some extract up and stuff. Right. So there are 2 types of Madagascar beans. So we're on to the paste now, which is super, super easy. I just couldn't believe how easy it was. So this is a large Madagascar bean and a small Madagascar bean.
Bit wonky, that one.
Bit wonky, doesn't matter. Wonky's good.
Doesn't matter.
Perfectly imperfect. Yeah. Just like me.
And it doesn't matter which beans you use to make your paste or your extract.
Yeah.
With the extract, I find that a lot of people, trying the different beans with the extract, and they do give a different flavour. Right. Because the Madagascar is like a almost chocolatey. Mexicans chocolatey but spicy when you smell them. They've got different characteristics to them. Same with Indonesian ones are quite spicy. Oh, wow. And Ugandan are a bit chocolatey. So
who would have thought?
I've got a thing on my page that shows all the different characteristics and stuff, and different alcohols you compare them with too, which is quite
very cool. She's very knowledgeable one with another beans, this one. She says, how are you going to do today? And I says, I've got no idea. You're the expert on this one. You tell me how you want it done. And then we came up with a plan. So, the paste. You really need a high-speed blender. So, if you've got a blender from the 1980s, it probably ain't going to cut it. Yeah, because you've got to mix it for a good couple of minutes and possibly even longer. So all I'm going to do is, because I have to cut a few beans, I'm actually just going to use my kitchen scissors rather than the knife. And I'm just going to cut them in half. The smaller ones I'm just going to cut in half. So I'm doing a double mixture today because I use a lot of this in my cakes and stuff like that. So I just figured, and it's shelf stable for up to a year. And I'm assuming that's because of the alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did research alcohol-free vanilla extract because I know that there are people out there that can't have alcohol. And you can actually make it with food-grade glycerine. Glycerine. But I was having trouble tracking some down. I really wanted to try and find some to make some for you today. And if I manage to track some down, I will I'll definitely do a video on that. But so you can make it with the food grade glycerin. Now be careful because you can get 2 grades of glycerin. You can get glycerin that goes into homemade beauty products and things, pharmacy grade and food grade. Right, it just smells divine. Just wipe my hand. So there are 4 ounces of beans, or 56 and 56 is 112. That's what I thought too. 112 grams of beans for a double mixture, or just 56 for a single mixture. There are 4 tablespoons of water, which goes in with the vodka. For a double mixture, it's 1.5 cups. For a single mixture, it's 3/4 of a cup. I got this one given to me for Christmas from Debs. She's my South Island girl, and she gave me that for Christmas. Quite cute, really, isn't they? Anybody would think that I was a bit of an alky. Look at that. I mean, I've got 2.
One other thing I actually didn't mention with the extract, one thing you do want to make sure is that you're using an alcohol that is at least 36% alcohol.
Oh.
You can't use the likes of, cheap Christoph or things like that. It has to be 36 and above.
37,
so, yes.
Smirnoff 37.
So you Smirnoff Absolute or something like that is a cheaper one. A lot of people do homebrew, and you have to be very careful on the proof. So it can't be over 100 proof either.
Okay.
It will burn your beans. You'll just end up with mush.
Oh,
so
good to know.
Yeah. I can give you some technical stuff to put on the post anyway about it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Right, you need sugar as well. So don't come at me for all the sugar that's in it. It's just the way it's made, okay? I'm just following the recipe. We're good? Excellent.
And you're only using like a teaspoon at a time in a recipe, so...
Well, true. Yeah. So you actually need 2 cups of sugar for a double mixture, or 1 cup of sugar for a single mixture. And that's the end of that. Right, we've got the sugar in, we've got the beans in. We have to put some corn syrup in. Now the reason that you put the corn syrup in is that it stops everything from crystallizing, apparently. So this is the 1.5 cups of vodka. So I've got the water, the vodka, I've got the sugar and the beans. So it's just a corn syrup. So I need 6 tablespoons.
I can try.
Oh, that ain't coming off in a hurry.
No, it ain't.
I'm glad you bought one.
There's one prepared earlier.
Thank you. Here's one we prepared earlier.
So that's the one that you can get from just the general supermarket.
I can't get that one on either. Crikey!
Oh goodness, here we go. Should have checked this out.
Didn't even think.
Neither did I don't know if it's even turning or if it's just me. Oh yeah, no, it's turning. There we go. It's just the...
So maybe,
So pro tip with this as well, don't put the corn syrup in first in the bottom of the blender.
Ah, yeah, because it sinks to the bottom of the blender and it won't mix up as well.
Yes, learnt that lesson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's thick. So I just used my little NutriBullet when I first done my one.
Yeah.
And I put that in first, you see, without thinking.
Of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you found out the hard way.
Yeah, I did.
I'm thinking there might be two.
Yeah. And the point of a high-powered blender as well is you're actually wanting it to heat.
Yes.
You're wanting...
Yeah, that's a good point, to dissolve the sugar and stuff as well.
Because the original recipe, I use one very similar to this, and the original recipe actually used to heat it and do it on the stove. And then the guy realised that if you do it in a high-powered blender, it actually gets hot enough to dissolve it.
Right, that is 6, because we did a couple of double ones. Just take it. Oh goodness, I'm getting myself into a bit of a mess here. So I'm guessing from the trouble that we had with the lid that you need to wash your rim before you stick your jar back on, your lid back on.
I think mine was sitting sideways in my drawer, which might have been...
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, in there, when I bought it here.
Right, so that, folks, is it. So I'll just read that out to you again. For a single mixture, 2 tablespoons of water, 3/4 of a cup of vodka, 3 tablespoons of corn syrup, 1 cup of sugar, and 2 ounces or 56 grams of beans. Pop it into a high-powered blender and turn it on. So things are going to get noisy. It has to go on for a good couple of minutes, doesn't it? So we might start it and then pause the video and then come back. Hang on, we'll just start it and then so I'll just show you. You have to do it on a high speed. One extra thing. If you want to, you can stick some xanthan gum in it. That just thickens it a little bit. Completely over to you whether you want to use it or not. Do you use it?
I do, because it also suspends the caviar. So you do that at the end.
At the end when you finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what it does is your caviar will sink.
Yeah.
And the xanthan gum will keep it kind of floating throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's a handy tip to know, isn't it? Right, so we're going to go and pause the video, and we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. So hang on. We'll see you soon. Right. We are back. Are we going? Yes, we are. Right. We're back. So this has been on for 2.5 minutes. It is really warm, but you want the warmth to help dissolve the corn syrup and the sugar and to help everything blend in. Jenny just said to me about checking on the back of a spoon for chunks and things. So what you're looking for is, people often wonder about the chunks of the vanilla beans, but in a high-powered blender, you should be fine. But you'll see here that there's like no chunks on that. But you'll also see that it's also quite thin as well. So what I'm going to do, because I want my seeds in that suspended, is I'm going to add, because I'm doing a double mixture, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. And you just sprinkle it on the top, and you do it at the very end when everything's all mixed up. Sprinkle it on the top, pop your lid on, and you'll have to excuse me just for like 20 seconds. And that is that. So it won't be thick straight away. It'll thicken as it cools. It won't go thick like a completely thick paste, but it'll go kind of like a milkshakey.
No, it will go reasonably thick. I find it reasonably thick.
Okay.
It will have thickened a wee bit now, and you can go by your look of it as well. Right. You kind of get used to it. Yeah. I don't know, but it will be a bit thicker than it was.
This is the first time I've made paste.
That's all right.
Oh, it is a bit thicker too. Definitely.
Yeah. So as it cools, it will thicken a bit more.
Yeah. General rule of thumb, same with relishes and chutneys, they thicken as they cool too. Right, I'll get rid of that. Now, I have these cute little ball jars that I got off Marketplace. Now, the other thing that I want to mention while I remember is, if you're doing a single mixture, don't do it in the big blender, just do it in the single cup. Because if you do it in the big blender, it just doesn't quite work, does it? There's not enough.
It depends what type of blender as well, does make a difference. Yeah. I have a Thermomix, and I have used that for it, and that's a big bowl like that, and I have done a half mix, which isn't too bad, but that's, I think, set out to be a bit different. So it's a matter of trying it, and you can always change, tip it out, put it in something else if you find it's not working. It's just the high poweredness really is what you're after.
So this would make excellent gifts as well for birthdays and Christmas presents. You could do, you could start now actually for Christmas and make a whole heap of stuff and have all the extracts. Like I've made mint extract and coffee extract. I want to do some lemon extract as well, and I want to start making some tinctures as well, hence why I've got so much vodka. Oh, it smells so good.
And it gets stored out of the fridge too, so don't pop it in the fridge.
It's shelf stable for a year out of the fridge. Oh my gosh.
Smells good, eh?
It does. We're living in the lap of luxury here. Now, one thing that you don't want to do is waste all the goodness that you've got in the bottom here. So, we'll just have half a jar, eh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some milk into here and make a bit of a vanilla milkshake. Make the most of it. Here here. So we should do a cost comparison, because I mean vanilla paste is really expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We better leave some of the goodness in there for me milkshake. So I can't even remember how much the beans cost me, but I haven't used all of them.
It depends which ones you get. They do vary between the types. Madagascar does tend to be the cheapest and the most widely available bean. Yeah. And I think they're about $60, 100 grams. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very reasonable when you look at the price of them in the supermarkets.
I bought 2 from the supermarket for $14 that you could snap in half. They were so old and young. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just giving my rims a bit of a. You can still feel it. It's quite warm in the jars too, so it'll take a while to cool down. So that there, folks, is how you make vanilla paste. Nice and easy. If you've got any questions, just ask in the comments, and we can do our best to answer them. So that's that. Anything else that you can think of?
No, or just if you're doing extract, just label. One thing I just always say with your extract bottles, and the reason for this is because you can use them for other things afterwards. So I would usually put how many ounces and the type of alcohol and the date it started.
Yeah.
And because after it's been a year or so, there is recipes to be able to use these beans for paste, just like what you've done, but using extracted beans.
Yeah.
But you need to know the weight of them from before they've been soaked in alcohol for the measurement side of things, because you need to deduct a little bit of your water content or alcohol content.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it.
So, her page is called Vanilla Beans New Zealand Orders, or
Orders New Zealand.
Orders New
I didn't really
Zealand.
think about it too much when I made the name of that page.
So go join it, look her up, message her, ask her questions. If you have a query or you've used a rum, like I said, or brandy, let us know in the comments. That would be awesome. Thank you for joining us. I hope it's helped you learn something. But I mean, you just imagine if you did somebody a wee Christmas gift, especially if somebody that was a home baker, or a bit of a homebody. Some vanilla extract, some vanilla sugar, some vanilla paste. I mean, what an awesome gift that would be. Fantastic. Anyway, love and blessings. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And thank you for joining me. Feel free to subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. All that blah, 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 rah, rah, rah. And until next time, chin chin.